just go from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you went with the Modelo over the light, I see.
Yeah.
I'm going for both. Might have to message Cruze.
We're live. Hello, everybody. Say hi in the chat if you can hear us. Let us know how our mics are doing, and welcome
Welcome.
to the ZZP Power Hour. Whew. We still don't know what episode it was. I thought we had this figured out last week, but turns out we were wrong.
We were wrong.
The official number is 30.
We've done 30 of
Episode
these things?
30.
Dang.
So, yeah, episode 30.
That's not bad.
Only like 1,600 behind Joe Rogan.
We're catching up, though. So,
Considering
anyways.
I think that's all he does now.
I think you know everyone here.
Yep.
Eric behind the camera. Give your wave if you can still reach.
Yep. We got Tyler V at ZZP.
Trevor.
Bo?
Alex.
Alex. You probably haven't seen much of Alex. You were on one before.
I've been on one, yeah.
Yeah.
Bo
So
was
this is
also on
number
one
2.
before.
Number 2.
Yep.
It's nice. I like it when Eric pops round to the bench and says, "Can you come on this afternoon?" Hell yeah, I can come on.
Yep.
Freaking
Eyes are
welding
burning
sparks
from
everywhere.
That's why I said he was literally chucking resonators hot and ready right onto the shelf before he came up here. I was like, yes.
I went to see Steve and he's like, "We'll get him out today if you bring him." I was like, "I think I can get 7 round to you right now."
Jeez.
Man that makes it all happen.
But yeah, we didn't have a podcast last week
Nope.
because we were at an event.
For good
Yep.
reasons.
Yep. So we'll be recapping that. We'll be talking about some of the guys here, some of the rest of the racing season. That was kind of our big kickoff event. So, yeah,
We'll move on from there.
we can hop right in. I know we got some new parts. Bo's hiding here. He wants to share, so we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yep. Y'all are already almost sold us out of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
If you know,
thank
you
so
know.
much.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, let's jump into it, Tyler. How'd the Sonic do? Since you were the driver.
Boy. All right. So we went to Cleetus last week. Cleetus and Cars down in Indianapolis at some
Lucas Oil
Lucas-
Speedway.
Lucas Oil. There we go. It was a real nice track. We showed up. Everybody laughed at us. Just kidding. No, they didn't. Actually, everyone friggin' loves the Sonic.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
that car. It's such an underdog that everyone's like, "What is this? And why are you doing it?"
Yeah, it's the best sounding car at the track besides, the V8 cars.
Yeah. Like turbo V8, that's tough to beat, but like 4-cylinder, oh. So unfortunately, we only got 3 passes in, which is apparently the norm this year. Hopefully not going forward. But we went out, and first pass was a 12.4 with me yamming on the brakes at the 1,000-foot.
Which got good reaction from the people who know what you were doing.
It did, yeah. A lot of people were like, "Oh fuck, he's dying." I also thought
That's what you were
That's
also
what I thought because, yeah,
It's a little sketchy on the
three
brakes.
3-inch wide skinnies in the back immediately lock up, and I go, "Oh no, this is it! Here comes the wall."
What was the weight distribution?
It's like 75-25.
Wow.
So not
There's,
that bad,
it's not
honestly, for what it
awful.
is. But
but there's nothing in the back. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
you hit those brakes and whoop. So that pass went real well. Setup was dialed in, and then Al had made up the wheelie bar or less wheelie, less back wheelie.
Yeah.
Really is what it would be.
Less squat.
less wheelie.
Less squat bar. Yeah, let's call it a squat bar.
Squat bar, yeah,
And then at
that's
some point we need Al to actually squat the Sonic because I'm pretty sure he could.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
the
Now
back-
that it's
the
got a
back
bar
of
in the
it.
back, yeah.
Yeah, he could rest it right here and just. Oh yeah, but so we put that on, and it just like night and day changed the car. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Mind you, Tyler has not driven a wheelie bar car
Ever
4
Yeah,
feet
first time.
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
this
never.
moment.
And Al slaps it on, and he's like, "All right, go for broke." And
Just
cut it-
packed
cut it.
10,000 people grandstand.
there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
It was pretty full.
It was a little intimidating.
And
Uh,
when you're doing the burnout in the box, heads are turning.
Oh yeah.
Everybody,
I bet.
everybody's face.
Like, is that Sonic making that much noise? Yeah, it is.
It gets a little rowdy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, cut a 1.57 60-foot, which for the people that are here and aren't drag racers, that's really fast. Like
It's moving out.
Tim's 10.3 ATS-V pulled a 1.57 60-foot, and we're in a little front-wheel drive manual Sonic.
Yep.
And so 1.57 broke our record that we set last year, went 11.48 at 121 miles per hour. So if you were following last year, we went 11.5 at 121, and that was on like a 1.7 something 60 foot. So the fact that we broke the record, went faster than the 60-foot, all on a bigger, leggier turbo, is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So once I felt that, I mean, if you guys watch the video, I'm like freaking shaking coming out of the car because I didn't know what was going on. And then Al's like, okay, well, they're going to let you run again. And laid down a 154 60-foot with a better 1-2 shift, and then the trans broke. And that was it for the weekend, at least for racing. But, you know, we did what we set out to do.
Yeah, we got tons of good data.
We
Gonna make some
turned a lot of
adjustments.
heads. And actually, when me and Al were looking over the log afterwards, on that 11.48 run, there are 3 entire seconds where we weren't in boost because of how much larger that turbo is. So, I mean, if that tells you anything, if we can get that thing to come up and boost a little faster, which I think
Now that we can use it.
Yeah.
The traction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now that we can 60-foot it, 10s is super easy. So we've got a smaller turbine housing coming for the turbo, which will help with spool and keep us in boost a little longer. And then, we're going to put a totally stock trans back in it and hopefully get some laps out of it, because that's been the thing that's holding me down so far is
Yeah.
I've only...
Tell the people how much time you've had in the car.
Yeah, so
collectively.
in the 2 track days that we've been out, I have had 74.7 seconds in the car total. Other than waiting in line,
Yeah.
just over 1 minute. So, yeah.
Yeah. Not only will the wheelie bar help, obviously the 60-foot is crazy now, but
Yeah.
I mean, axles, I know Alan, you were talking
Yeah.
about, that's going to be huge this
Yeah,
year.
so all last year, every pass was, oh, shit, what's going to break? What's going to break? What's
Yep.
going to break? And now, we mentioned it in the video. We have Vince at Trifecta. Basically, the Sonic has this limiter that's built into the PCM that you can't see. There's no tables. You can't adjust it. But it won't let you actually apply full throttle until 6 miles per hour. So last year, we were cheating it. And basically, when we would preload at the line, the PCM would C6, and it would start to open a little bit further, but it wasn't until we actually got moving that it would fully flap the throttle open, which would then send all the boost that was in the charge pipe in, and basically it shocked the system, which was partially why we were breaking so many axles. So now we got the wheelie bar, that helps with those, it takes a load off of that, and this new Trifecta flash, and we haven't broken axle since.
Dylan Johnson says spray it, spool it faster. You've been talking to Al too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clearly he's an Al fanboy. We all are, but
not quite yet.
not yet.
Maybe
we
eventually.
we want to do. I would really like to do 10s on a stock drivetrain.
Single power adder.
Yeah, single power adder, stock drivetrain. We're gonna take this trans as far as we can. We got some more tricks up our sleeve from the R&D guys. But yeah, it's super impressive.
Found some new stuff to make too, right?
Oh,
Just seeing the car leave the line with the wheelie bar made my weekend, because it used to just squirm all over and fight, like just angry getting out of the hole.
And the 1-2 shift before, it'd be like pop, pop.
Yeah. And then now it just freaking
Yep,
gone.
just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally changes how I feel about the car. Just makes it that much more fun. So
Yeah, cool. And then we got Bo and Alex over here. Bo's been to ZZP events before as a customer, but it's kind of big first event for
Yeah, it
both
was
of you guys,
probably
right?
both of our-
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of our first events.
And we both drove ZZP cars down.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
brought 'em
ask,
back
how
in
was
one
the,
We
piece.
left exactly a week ago today.
how was the event, and how was your LTG experiences? Because or let everyone know what you drove.
Yeah,
So I
if
took
anyone
the,
doesn't know.
I took the 2-liter ATS wallpaper car.
And I took the 2-liter Camaro LTG, which is amazing. I love that thing. It's Tyler's car. He very generously lent it to me.
of course.
Yes. And while we're thanking out, thanks Ryan D for letting me take the Cadillac.
Yep. And Ryan D will just make it publicly known that Bo did not break it,
Yep.
as
No.
per the bet was.
We made it to Indiana and back with no broken LTGs. It's
Yep,
quite
so
a success.
That's great. It's a great thing.
Yeah, and we weren't easy on him.
No.
I was getting gapped hard on the way down. It was sad times, but
Well, your Z57 versus stock frame turbo, like, yeah.
I don't know. Ryan's broke 3 lips. Bo broke none.
it's saying a lot about Ryan. Damn, Ryan.
And drove it into the campground.
Yep. No big deal.
Yeah, the campground was all soft and mushy, and we
Yeah.
got both of them in there, which
Yeah.
the Camaro's lower.
We were doing
It
some
is.
quality
That thing is low, man.
ZZP coilover testing that weekend.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You're getting the
bumps
off-road
on the
spec stuff in.
campground, yeah.
Yeah, the ATS drove great, and the amount of thumbs up and hell yeah, brothers out the window we got is great.
Delivery cars,
It's-
the attention they attract is something else. Kids are shouting and waving.
If you're
girls
ever
are
feeling
smiling.
down about yourself, just go roll around those like in a downtown area for
Yeah.
a couple minutes, and you're like, okay, I like this.
I've got the attention.
Yeah, I
that
know.
I need now.
The Taco Bell drive-through loves this guy. They love it.
The people behind you when it stalls do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, as I was driving down, people would speed up,
Yep.
ride next
take
to me,
photos
take a
of
photo,
it.
and then they'd disappear.
Yep.
I'm like, what's going on, man?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you like forget you're in such a crazy car, and you're like,
Yeah.
"What is everyone doing around me?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh
What-
yeah."
What is
That's
interesting
right.
is we rolled down, 4 hours one way, 4 hours back, and we didn't catch a single street race. I don't know if they're that intimidating. We passed plenty of street cars, but
They didn't want it.
they
They didn't want that
none.
smoke.
No, they didn't.
So, Alex, how did you like your first event as a ZZP? America, hell yeah! I mean,
yeah,
it couldn't have.
It was a
was
cool
the
introduction
perfect-
to America.
It could not
that's
have
for
been
sure.
more perfect.
It was amazing, and especially with the pandemic, it's been so nice to go to events, see people,
Just kind of be normal.
just to kind of have some normality. We had a friend of ZZP's, Jay, come down who bought this camper trailer, and there's nothing like that back in the old country. You can't tow things like that down the street. So I turn up, there's this huge camper, the ZZP flag is flying, and I'm like, they're doing it right over
Yeah.
here. This is incredible.
This is what life is about.
Yeah, what have I been missing out on, man?
But
My
yeah,
goodness.
when he says camper, it's not like a little one person sleeper.
It's
It's
38
it's
foot with-
$100,000.
yeah, it's huge. So I mean,
And we were gonna haul a Sonic in the back of it,
yeah,
but we ended up not needing to because
Yep.
we drive our cars.
Yeah, we do. But we bought the golf cart down, which came in very handy.
Yeah.
yep, that was handy. Yep, and then we had the old Sonic on the trailer at night, two-stepping.
Yes.
I've got the
Attracting
video.
a
We
crowd.
might need to upload that.
I
Yeah.
think we should, or at least put it on the story.
We
Yeah,
should,
we'll put
we
it on
should at
the
least
story
get that
sometime.
flame ball picture out.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I only
that's for
posted it
sure.
in Gamma.
Yeah. So what's you guys' favorite moments from the weekend? First that comes to your head.
I didn't think I would get that hype about watching the Sonic go down the track. I can't even sit in my seat. I'm on the railings. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm shouting at Tyler as he's going down. I'm just so excited. So I was shocked. I thought it'd be more kind of relaxed about that, but it was epic
yeah.
to see something that's built, in the workshop here, and then to see it run down the track.
Yeah,
in
20
front
feet
of
from you. You see it all the
thousands
time.
of people. It's really satisfying.
Yeah, that would probably be my favorite part too, is seeing it go down the track after last week's thrash of let's do
All
everything.
hands on deck. Yeah.
Yeah,
And or the late night two step, that was good too.
yeah, that was good. But yeah, I mean, me and Al swapped trans in that thing twice in 2 weeks. Our gears in the trans. I think mine was pulling up to the burnout box, the first pass, and looking up and over, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah,
That's
these
a lot of
are watching
people.
me.
Don't stool it.
Because
Don't stool it.
normally our testing tunes are like, oh, there's 10 people over there and 10 people over there, or what, and whatever, and you roll
Especially
up.
Last year was all quarantine, so it was even less.
Yeah,
than-
yeah. Last year was boneyard, but we roll up and there's people by the burnout box before the stands, and they're all just standing there with their cameras, like hooting
Yeah.
and hollering and like wanting to get it out of them. I'm like, all right, yeah. Then did a nice rowdy burnout, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it when we were sitting around the campground afterwards. Like, all hands on deck all week, technically all winter,
yeah,
and it
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
comes down to like 11.5 seconds of performance perfection.
Gonna
You know.
stop you quick because everyone's asking. The titanium retainers went in right after
Yes.
the last
Yes, they
event,
did.
so
They
Yes.
did.
they're in there already.
they are in there. It held up well. I on the first pass, the 1-2 shift, I hit 81.88 RPM, and 81.92 is a hard cut. And not just like I doon hit the limiter hard cut, it kills the car.
Yeah.
So I timed that one well.
Talk about a man who knows his car.
Yeah.
That's some Dom Toretto stuff. Right
Yeah, right. I can feel it. But no, we got the race seat in, we got the harness bar in, we got all that, we got the wheelie bar
The
fab.
wheelie bar looks incredible.
It looks-
Al did
yeah.
a great job
Yeah,
fabbing that up.
he did.
It's such a good looking car, the Sonic. As
It's-
in, like,
yeah.
it's,
We got
it looks
matching wheels
pretty
on
put
it.
together.
Yep.
I don't know whether it was a Cleetus event. There's a lot of beaters there, but the Sonic
There were a lot of
so
beaters
well
there.
put together compared to other cars.
Yeah, Cleetus and Cars is a wide variety of vehicles, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the truck that had the whole bed, or not just the
So
bed. It was the
180
whole.
reverse.
Yeah,
They-
they were sitting in
Oh,
the
yeah,
cab, facing out the back window, driving it,
And the engine was in
and the engine
box.
was in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took the whole bed, flipped it around on the chassis and drove it backwards and did a burnout with it backwards.
Yeah, you did
That was so
indeed.
scary in the burnout box. That I thought that one was going over for sure. It was like
Was it-
three-wheeling the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good event. We've got plenty more. Streetcar Takeover is going to be pretty big too. That's in June.
That's our next big one.
Yeah, that's the next big one. We're hoping to have Al's car ready too, which would be really cool because, he
That
needs
thing's
he
gonna be
needs something to
fast.
drive too.
He does.
I did tell him though afterwards. I was like, we need to just go to a test and tune and not worry about any records, but you need to drive this car now because last time he drove it was
Kill Ford.
no, it was on the 6258, but it was at the end of the year last year, and he went twice to Lapeer, and I think he broke 12 axles in like
Beast.
as in 2 days.
Ollie brought.
So, yep.
Yeah.
So now it's totally different.
Now that everything's a little more consistent,
A little
we
little
can
more so far. We'll
hopefully have some better practice.
we're
days.
still ironing things out, but
Yeah.
with a 1.560 foot, I mean that changes everything. I mean, we obviously have more power. Oh yeah, and on the third pass, we turned it up like 8 psi, and that
I saw him
thing-
cranking that manual boost
yeah,
control.
that thing boogied. We were at 29 or 30 on the second pass, so that third one, if the trans would have held together, would have been easy. Like 11.1,
Yeah.
11.2.
I'm
but
just amazed at how fast it is. As soon as you get out the hole, it's the thing when it picks up.
It rips.
It's
Yeah.
like,
It
that's a
rips,
Sonic
yeah.
going down the track right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because it'd be really easy to get a little turbo to come off the line, but that thing.
Yeah, because you can see it like spinning and doing weird stuff and building boost, and you're like, okay. And then like about there, you're like, whoa.
yeah,
It just picks up and
it's
goes.
legitimately quick now.
Yeah. I would love. I'm not sure what class we're gonna be racing at Streetcar Takeover, but I would love to see it do King of the Bakery.
I don't think it's quite that fast, but
I know.
that
We-
would
we
be a
can make
lot
it
of
that
fun.
fast,
We could,
though.
We can.
make it that fast.
I
More
can't,
turns
but
on
some
that boost
people here
control.
can.
Al McClure, I'm gonna need about another 15 psi out of this thing.
The worst part is I can never tell if you guys are joking. Like I go back to the pits after the second pass, and I was like, I'm turning it up 8 psi, and I'm like, wait, is that sarcasm or like, are we doing this? I
no,
don't.
no, we're doing it. Actually, though, at almost 500 wheel, it'd be pretty, like, not have to worry about the launch.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is second gear, though. We'd have to, because it's like, what,
You might
30,
have some
30
traction
rolls, 40
issues.
rolls?
40.
Well, El was talking to me yesterday about that, and he's like, it's really not as big of a gap as you'd think, because, like, sure, there's 3,000 horsepower
GTRs,
Lamborghinis and GTRs there, but it only takes one thing of those to break, and then, like,
Yeah.
and the way it's kind of random and then bracketed, like, you could
Yeah.
pretty
Well, they
easily
have
get up
They
there.
have a. Okay, I shouldn't have said King of the Bakery because that is the.
That's the
one.
big dog ones.
But some rolls in general.
Yeah. Just doing rolls would be fun.
Yeah.
Who knows what we'll do, but we'll be there.
It was also super cool how we were kind of where our ZZP kind of setup was in the parking lot. We were out the way a little bit, but people
Didn't
still
matter.
rolled by, chatted, hung out.
Oh,
really
yeah.
took detailed looks at the cars.
Yeah.
Got to speak
Yeah.
to a bunch of people.
That's the
It's an
most
enjoyable part of it.
livery cars we've ever had in an event.
Yeah,
like lined up together.
we've never
with the
had
10.
four.
Yeah.
All of them. All four.
Yep.
And then we had a couple friends join us, Cobalt and Ion. And
Yeah.
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 We had a
Yeah,
nice
if
little
we're ever,
lineup.
if
and-
we're ever parked out and about, don't be afraid to pull up
Come
and say
hang
hi.
out.
Yeah. But yeah, that was great. We had a lot of people that stopped and talked about the cars, and especially the Sonic. We were just standing there for an hour or two, just talking to
there
people.
Was,
Yeah.
was that all day Saturday? There was a crowd around the Sonic
Yeah.
the entire day.
Yeah, and
Looking inside of it.
Older
looking at the
guys who had
engine.
no idea what it were would walk up and they'd be like, "Oh man, this is cool. What's in this?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's the 1.4." And he goes, "My daughter's Cruze has a 1.4." And he see the gears spinning, and I'm like,
What's your
Sure,
website again?
yeah. "Here's my card."
Yeah, and Tyler down here, he's having such a good time talking to everybody. And Kyle from 1320 Video comes up and like basically shakes his hand, and he just doesn't even realize
Yeah.
Kyle from 1320 Video.
I'm just like, oh yeah, here, take a picture of it. Yeah, here you go. And then he's walking away, and Elle's like, oh, that's Kyle. I'm like, I don't
Saying
know.
hi to everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got on 1320 Snapchat. That was cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. We also got a little shout out on PFI Speed's vlog as well.
Really?
It's
Yep.
the one that I did
You were
the
in there,
mad
right?
dash of the golf cart. As
Oh
I saw
yeah,
Fred.
okay.
And it turns out he'd ordered some pistons from us, and he knew about us. He was actually looking out for the Sonic.
Oh,
Pretty
sweet.
Cool. So we got a little
That's sweet.
snippet in his vlog, which is
They do some crazy stuff there
I
too.
know.
Like
What do those guys do?
Honda
They're
stuff,
many
right?
Honda, yeah.
Oh, did they have the camo Civic, or was that somebody else?
I thought they had the Odyssey.
No, that's someone else.
Oh.
They have it's called Bully. It's like with the massive drag wheels on the front. It's got some weird hinged Civic coupe type thing. But
Is it
Yeah.
the red one?
I'll have to look at their cars.
I don't
but they had cars running there that weekend. Super cool guy
That's sweet. Where are they out of?
at Colorado.
That's where all the Civics are, I guess.
I know. That's where they are.
Well, they
Yeah,
tune
the
they
Honda
tune
boys.
in that thin air, and then they come down to the.
Oh yeah,
The
the
good
Odyssey
stuff.
is boosted, boys. I knew
That's
that.
right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
they were there. There was a lot of people. There were Boosted Boys. I mean, obviously, Cleetus had all his stuff there.
Yeah.
and,
That's the cool thing about having like any underdog car, like all of our platforms are, is it gets so much more attention than all the other just Corvettes out there.
Well, yeah, because
Everyone's seen
anybody
one,
can
yeah.
put a
Expected to
cam
see
in
that.
and
Mhm.
go fast with a V8.
You have a
but-
four-cylinder Camaro or a Sonic or a Cobalt. Everyone's like, "What the? What?" Like,
Yeah.
And it's just at a Cleetus event, one of the loudest cars is a 1.4.
Yeah,
Sonic.
yeah, I know. Dumping flames out the hood. It was great.
Literally.
It was great.
yeah. Well,
Definitely was the loudest.
by far, if there was an award for it, we would add it.
We
Yep.
won that for sure.
You wanna let some people know about
Sure.
some new sauce?
Yeah.
So
3,800 guys. Who's in here?
Yeah.
Let
We're
us
trying
know.
to show some 3,800 love
if,
right now.
if you don't know, we got a new product live on the website today. The 3800 equalizer downpipe. Something me and Alex have been working on for a long time.
We do this new thing
Sir.
when we have new products. We like to just throw them on the last page of the website for one day,
What is
just to
going on
see
with
who
that?
finds it. So if you're ever bored or whatever,
I'm
might
not
not
sure.
hurt to
Go
just
through
scroll.
the 20 pages.
I'm
There
not
might
sure.
be
If,
some hidden gems at the back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Marcus Martin is on here, but he actually found it on the website, shared it to the gathering page
Yeah.
before I could, and I knew it was there, and I was ready to do it, but he found
He's
it,
on it. Thank you.
Yeah.
1 minute before. But yeah, so
Yo, 3,800. Yep. There's a couple in here.
Yeah.
Let's spill the beans. What do
yeah,
we got?
somebody's dropping links in here. Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Shameless plug.
There's the reveal.
Yeah, so we're going to have a video coming out that goes into it a little more in depth, but we can do it on here as well. The 3800s have a raspy sound. A supercharged 3800 has the raspy sound, and you can't get rid of it unless you're on an absolutely massive resonator and good mufflers. And for years,
Even then, it's.
yeah,
It's
for
not quite there. is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
for years we've known
Room
it's
for improvement.
been caused by the unequal exhaust pulses coming from the front bank through the crossover pipe and meeting in the downpipe. And so what we have done is instead of having a crossover pipe, we have a Y pipe.
Equalizer pipe.
The equalizer. And I actually brought one up. But
You
So
might have
this
to hold
is-
it forward so they can see it more.
This is
Yep.
the secret sauce here.
so
Doesn't look like much, but it's
That
worth a lot.
is the equalizer.
that is your new crossover. And
So what is this? What's the deal? This is the move.
So
if
we-
you're not going turbo, just
Ye-
get this.
Yes.
End of the
Yeah.
story.
it's compatible with
Definitely.
our power logs and or your stock manifolds if you're just trying to, not make a ton of power and have a good sounding vehicle. You can run factory manifolds with this. The kit actually comes with the block off plate in the rear, all the bolts you need to put it on, 2.5-inch V-band there.
Yep.
Alex welds the whole thing up in house.
Yep. This was one of Alex's first products as a exhaust engineer here. So
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the V cap back in this one. So
this
Yep.
hit market pretty fast though, honestly.
Yeah.
well, we
from-
we
yeah, we're
knew we
extremely
knew how well
excited.
it would do because there's been Matt's made over 800 horse on a 3800, went 8s, but they just sound like crap.
Yeah.
His
The
doesn't,
supercharged
but
one,
they do sound like crap.
his one sounds
His
great.
sounds pretty
his sounds
amazing.
like a Supra.
Well, his is
Yeah.
equal length.
yeah,
It is.
Mhm.
and so
And that's what in theory this is, and we will be working on a better manifold or header option than the power
Correct.
log eventually.
Yeah.
But for now, the power logs is what we're using it with, and
Yeah.
this piece will stay the same, but we'll basically
Correct.
build a better header, more flowing header for it.
And I mean, power logs are good for well over 300 wheel.
Well, we're gonna find out,
Yeah.
and we got
The burgundy car's going to go through its paces.
the burgundy car is gonna. She's gonna.
get beat on a bit.
It's going to get beat on.
I'm working on getting it dialed in right now, and then me and Tim are gonna strap it down and hopefully make more than 350 on an XP cam with it with this exhaust.
Sweet.
And then eventually we got Zoomer's car, which we want to get this set up on, and he's got the big boy Zoomy headers.
Oh, the
The
1
Zoomers.
3/4.
Yeah, so we'll do an A to B test on that and see, what it compares, which will be great data to have from going from literally the most highest flowing exhaust we have for an M90 3800 to this, which should flow just as well. I mean, Alex made all this 2.5, or is that 2.25?
2.25
Yeah.
up to 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 after the Y. And one thing I do want to mention is me and Alex came in early and exhausted all options of making our stainless
We
header
made some
package.
wacko pipes.
Yeah.
We
And I said to Zoom, don't send any photos of these. Don't let people know we're messing this. I've got this weird contraption on my bench. Next thing I know, it's online. I'm like, man, what are you doing this week?
we tried the resonator thing. We tried a couple other things. Basically, there's just not enough room underneath the vehicle to achieve the sound we needed, achieve the production we needed, and
Yeah.
essentially make a product that's going to function on the street.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
and
always
that's-
trying to make it affordable.
And that's the thing. Yeah, we need to make it affordable for our markets.
Yes.
Because that's
Absolutely.
that's our motto. So
Mm-hmm.
while I'm sure we could have made something that would work,
Absolutely.
you'd have to wrap it around and it's
So
just not
expensive and
feasible.
so-
It's
yeah.
gonna cost way too much, and if people are bitching about having to rebuy stuff, then already, what I like is you can still use your stock catback or
Correct.
whatever aftermarket catback you have. If you're on power logs, all you need is this and a tog, and you're good to go. So
sure.
it's pretty universal.
Yeah,
you
one
know?
thing to mention that unfortunately this kit itself, the equalizer downpipe, doesn't get you to your catback. You're still going to need the 2-bolt TOG downpipe
Yep.
to go from basically your sway bar area to the catback itself.
Yep.
Dylan.
And
True.
make sure if you are going to be running a wide band that you put in the notes that you want a wideband bung added and select your 2.5 or 3-inch exit
Yeah, and we can take care of that.
with
But
your 200
yeah.
cell cat.
Cool.
Sounds great. We'll get some more exhaust videos out. It'll be really good to get an exhaust video on the dyno, some stationary like
different load. Yep.
6,500 RPM.
Which, if you guys are
Singing.
in here and somehow hearing about it for the first time, click the links we just dropped in the chat, and there is a video right on that page.
Yep.
You can hear us ripping the car around.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that one's good. And on the product description, I put the video sounds good, but when you've been around
It
so
is
many
not a
3800,
representation.
it's just over here
It's
and over
miles
here. Yeah,
apart.
You
yeah.
got to hear it in person.
End
for
zone
sure.
to end zone.
It
You're
sounds so much better.
And if you come to the 3800 gathering, we'll have it there in person.
yeah.
And I've said it before, but that poor Burgundy car's gonna see a lot of rev limiter that day. But
Do
she's
we
ready.
need to put a watt box on it? It wouldn't do anything, but it'd make it louder.
Yeah.
What all are we planning on bringing to that? Do we know yet?
No, it's kind of complicated
You gonna
because
bring your
streetcar.
personal car, bud?
I'm gonna bring the Buick for sure,
The good old Buick.
but it's gonna be a little complicated because streetcar takeover is the same weekend.
Yep.
Yeah,
and-
sad times.
But
So
we're gonna
Sonic's
try and
gotta be
manage
there,
to do
yeah.
both.
Yep, I'll be dooning off my rev limiter as you do yours.
We'll figure it out.
That's all right. Yep. But yeah, it's here, guys, and it's a very nice piece. And if I had a supercharged 3800, it would definitely be on it.
Yep.
Um,
But you've already moved to the superior team of turbos, so
Guys,
you don't need
He's still
that.
got a big place for superchargers in his heart, though.
I do. I still got a lot of supercharged parts at home. I'm waiting for the right car.
Ah,
I actually have a whole engine.
Tyler's
in-
supercharged guy here.
I've got a blower
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
and a couple turbos, but
Yeah. If anybody's got a clean roller. let me know.
the key is to have both.
Yes.
Yeah, you won't want to be.
Many shit
Uh-huh.
boxes and just dabble in each area.
But part of with designing this product, we want to say we're still so committed to the 3800 platform. We still want to
Absolutely.
be developing
Yeah.
parts. We still want to be making ground. our 3800 customers are so important to this business, and
Oh, for sure.
we want to develop cool stuff, and we want to make stuff that works, and we want to
And then
try
people
and break
like,
barriers.
Any of you guys have
Yeah,
Montes? No,
while we're
no
on
Montes here.
while we're on the topic here, I would like to mention that because of this area right here being so close to your throttle body, you're gonna want to run our phenolic spacer and or an intercooler. Which, if you have an M90, you need an intercooler anyway.
Yes.
In my opinion, that's a no-brainer.
Without
They should have
doubt.
come from the factory with one.
Well, we can go down that road another day, but they actually had, you
Getting
know,
Bo all triggered.
Are you reading these comments, Bo?
I'm trying to.
I'm seeing a lot of price comparison between the exhaust and the actual value of the entire vehicle.
Yeah, if you got a $300 car, it's not a car you need to be modding.
Hey,
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah.
my Black Ion that you ended up with
Yeah.
was a $450 car.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
My Cobalt.
There's
was-
some
Sold that
exceptions.
for
There's
$4,000
some-
bucks.
Yeah, I know. You made more money than I did. Bastard.
Yeah, you thought you pulled a fast one on me.
Yeah. He's like, watch this. I'll double it.
What's this?
6 months.
Drive it all winter and double
Sad
it.
times, sad times.
Yes, Paul Weber. I did cut a 154 60 foot on the second pass with the wheelie bar. So
Actually, it was the first pass with the wheelie bar, but second pass. we
no,
put-
first pass with the wheelie bar was a 157. Second one was a 154.
Oh, right.
Went even faster.
Before
Before, yeah.
And
Second,
there were British transmission parts.
They
in
were-
that.
they were-
I had such high hopes. I thought we were gonna.
they were
really
overnighted
great.
from the motherland,
Yeah.
and
Not Japan.
Didn't we have you call and everything?
And cool at the area code. They're like 30 minutes from my parents. I'm like, this is legit. Then it breaks.
So,
what you know, it's who you know.
customs don't listen to this, but if you have some British people coming over, they might be hauling some gears in their luggage.
Some heavy suitcases.
They got a whole 60-pound suitcase full of.
We'll
And
give you
32
a
gears.
10% flight reimbursement if you bring us transmission parts.
I mean, it might be cheaper than UPS International. So, but yeah. No, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for 3800s to
Man,
start sounding good.
apparently the people are too with the way they've been flying out of the.
Yeah, guys, thank you. We appreciate it massively.
Yeah, thanks for buying them.
Yeah.
The people who haven't bought them, buy them now because it might
We
be a couple
have-
weeks
we
before
have
they're
made
back in
as
stock.
many as we physically can right now, and they're on the shelf, so they'll be out the door fast.
Yeah.
I was actually worried about bringing this one up here. I'm like, oh my god, are they going to be
This one
trying
is
to look for
committed.
it?
This one is a customer's one. It will be going out.
We'll put our handprint on it
Yeah,
for you. We'll
maybe
sign
Bo will
it.
put a
Yeah.
little signature on there. I don't know.
We can do that. You probably should have done that for the first one going
you
out.
put it in the notes, we'll make it happen,
Yep.
you know?
Oh yeah, we draw dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff and
Oh, yeah.
take photos for people.
But yeah, what's in store for the rest of the season for you guys? Since people don't get to see you very often, they see Tyler and I all the time. But you
I
got your own car, you're getting out.
Yeah.
You sold your Ion, which nobody knows why, but
Yeah, bad deal, dude.
you just want to drive a Regal automatic. What's the deal here? Let the people know.
Making some questionable decisions.
He just
here.
really likes that 4065.
Yeah. When it's funny the other day, everybody makes fun of my 65Es, but I've replaced more F35s than I have 65Es. So
Yep.
You've got two of the worst
Yeah, and
transmissions
Short ownership of the Ion, he had to replace the transmission.
out there. Yeah.
He bounces down the drag strip.
yeah, the Ion, I took it to the track, broke it, drive it every day, break it. It's just taking up a lot of my time, and obviously I need to focus on 3800 things, and that's where my heart's at. So
Yeah, it is.
a good friend of mine offered me a deal that I couldn't resist, so I sent the Ion down the road, and now I'm focusing on 38, getting the Buick where it needs to be.
Yep.
And it's been a project of mine since October now, when I went way too slow on a blower, trying way too hard. I got the time slip on the dashboard still, and it's going to ride on the dashboard until I do, what I need to do. But, yeah, switch to turbo, and
Yep. Because day one you showed up and you're like, yeah, blowers are great. We're like, well, Bo, get back in the line. Come
He
on.
drove the black car with the tan
Yep.
interior, man. He was.
Oh, that
changing it
whooped
up.
out black
I
car.
freaking love
And
that car,
what
man.
you-
That was sad times
What'd you
that
go,
thing
like
went.
12.5?
that car went 1250s on a Z3 kit.
But
Z3 with
how
street
good did
tires,
it
right?
sound, though?
Street tires, Z3 kit, and 1.9 rockers, and went 12.5 on pump gas.
Yeah.
And it sounded
Sounded great.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, my good buddy Charlie actually has that car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
that's
cool.
Keeping them
So
all in the
it'll,
family.
it'll be
Yeah.
in me. Yeah, everybody's like, why do you sell them? It's like, I'm just, dispersing. I can't keep them all. But
That's true. Then you end up like me.
Well, and I was telling Tyler the other day, I live in a small town. Nobody's got streetcars to go have fun with, so I just buy them and then sell them to friends. So then I have friends to hang out with. I just create,
He just has his own meat of cars he's owned. He's like,
And it's
yes,
so
you
funny.
are all me.
Honestly, my red GTP, like he's coming over probably tonight. I need to get him some headers that I had. He
There you
switching
go.
up some stuff. He needs this equalizer. But
Yeah, he does.
anyway, yeah, back on the Buick.
Because race car, the name says Regal's
Yeah.
Master Race. That is the most Regal owning YouTube name I've ever seen.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Because race car.
Because race car.
It's probably like this weekend away from running, and then get it to the W Body Gathering in one piece, and then turn it up.
Sweet.
Turn it up.
Yep.
Going for a record.
No, maybe a personal best, but nothing crazy.
What's the fastest W body Regal out there?
I don't know. That's a great question. Probably Nick Show. He's got a 10-second Regal.
Oh yeah, that's pretty quick.
I think he's been low tens, and
Hey.
he's doing a 4T80 swap right now, and a big manifold turbo setup, and I'm assuming he's going for nines. But it's been a fast car for like 10 or more years.
Yeah.
It's just kind of lurked in the shadows and hurt a lot of feelings, and he's not super. He doesn't post a lot about it, but it's a very nice car.
One of those
Damn
rare
fast.
people that just like builds a car and just keeps it,
Yeah.
doesn't touch it.
Just himself. Yeah.
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 Cool.
Man,
So
yeah.
what's that? Is that street car? Is that race car? Is that
The Regal.
daily driver? Winter beater?
Everything
better see
except
that thing
winter
regularly.
beater. Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
the
I'm gonna
above.
drive it every day. I drive all my stuff, but
Yep.
I want to do some autocrossing with it because that's kind of why I built the car. Big suspension, big tires, wide wheels, low to the ground, brakes, good power. Power's never been with this build at least. It's never been the number one thing. It's kind of gone to the wayside until this year. But I want to do some turny stuff with it because
Do
everybody.
those cars turn? Do they turn well?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, no.
That's terrible.
Sense of sarcasm in the voice.
You can full suspension build a W body and then get in an Ecotec car and you're like
Yeah.
that's stock and go whoa.
Yeah.
I think you did that the first day you had the eye.
We've been over that before, but
It's good though, because we need someone to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can come
We
up
need
with some
someone to do
solutions.
Yeah.
Well, and that me and Ryan got a little bet, and I told him he can't. His Cobalt won't be able to lose me on the tail.
Ooh.
That could
So-
get sketchy.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's not die, please.
Let's stay alive on that trip.
Jason, yes, burnout with the skinnies is definitely different. You don't run them at like 50 psi like you do normal tires because there's no contact patch, so you have to leave them down at like 25. And as long as your e-brake works well, you'll be good. But
Yeah, we ran 20.
yeah, 20. And up until this year, Al would always hang out by the burnout box and kind of hold me because I would still pull through. So make sure there's lots of water and the idiots at the track don't pull you through the water like they do with most. How do these guys work at racetracks and don't know how front-wheel drive cars do burnouts?
Yeah.
Like the water's right here and they pull you up to here and they're like, good. And you dump the clutch and poof.
I need to be
Everything
6 foot back
breaks.
from
Yeah.
it, actually.
So yeah, have a friend there to kind of point you where to go. But
Have
It
an
is
L
very
friend.
true.
Yep.
have an L friend. Come up here. Or we actually do need to get down to you, Jason, and go to Norwalk because I've heard Norwalk is just magical.
Yeah, how far is it?
It's like 4.5 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's about what we drove last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Matt's
Especially towing
favorite
a
track,
trailer.
isn't it?
Yeah. Matt always talks about how like if you need to break a record, if you're 11.0001 and you need the same exact setup to go 10s, you go to Norwalk. It's
That's
just
cool.
something about the place is great. But I know last year they were closed the entire year. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully we can make it there this year.
Yeah, hopefully 131 has their stuff together for streetcar takeover.
Hopefully.
Because if there's people driving all over to go to that, and then we sit for 3 hours throughout the afternoon while they clean
It's
up
not
an
gonna
oil
work.
drip, it's not gonna work.
That's not gonna fly.
No.
We're gonna have to talk to someone's mom.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your plan for the year.
Yeah,
Alex,
just,
Alex, what are we doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
How much welding wire or welding gas or whatever you guys
I'm
use
planning
down
on going
there?
through a lot of it.
Yeah. How much do you use?
Well,
Depends
Alex,
on what we're doing. Not
Alex
that
has
much
his own.
anymore. I'm not welding a huge amount anymore.
He's got
but-
his own project car. Truck.
Oh yeah, we
I
always
have,
forget
but
about the
that's
truck.
totally non-ZZP related. But as a non-American, I had to go full America. I've named it Bald Eagle. And,
It's a beautiful standard cab
it
square
is.
body.
It's a
single
square
cab.
body, which
It's
is
a
our-
square
which
body.
are
So
sweet.
There's just got a fully rebuilt trans downstairs right now, which we got in soon. But ZZP related, yeah, we just finished the equalizer, and then my short-term focus is going to be finishing the ATSV project. I don't know, have we revealed what we're doing?
I think we've kind of talked about it, teased it a little bit, but like,
I
I don't think we
spill
put
too much.
a name on anything.
no, we
leave it as
haven't.
I can
the
just
ATSV
tell you
project.
it's requiring a lot of work.
That's a
But it's going to be
It's
epic. It's going to be bolt-on.
Yeah,
it's going to be full
Yeah.
rowdy
And
AF.
people were hating on our post the other day saying, why hasn't ZZP made 1,000 horsepower since the last 20 years?
Yeah, how many guys saw the post yesterday? That blew up a
Yeah,
little
that-
bit. Yeah.
did pretty well.
But it's about to change.
But yeah, if you
We're on
want to
our
see
way.
close to 4 digits, it's coming
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
We got a couple cars that
That list
Are
is
going to
gonna
be
get
up there for
might
sure.
might
real
might get-
outdated, real fast.
Yeah, we posted that, and then a ton of people were like, "Oh, why have they only hit 715 on an LNF? Like, that's it?
On a 4
Where are y'all at?" We did that in 2012.
hmm
It's
Has any
2021.
Are there any LNFs who have made 515 even?
Yeah, there's like
that want to argue about it,
other
though?
than Ryan Derrick, there is offhand that I know of 3 people that have
Right.
crossed 600 in an LNF, and people still whine that they have fueling problems, but we made 700 9 years ago with no
Before
fuel
all the
mods.
new fuel products
Yeah.
we have now.
Yeah, so nut up, bucko.
Yeah.
Wasn't the 65 to 125 or something like that, or 60 to 125 faster than a Veyron?
Yeah, I think it was 60 to 120.
mean,
Matt
come
timed it,
on.
and it was faster than a Veyron. And that was like a
The video's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can go and watch it.
street cars can be fast.
Yeah.
That's
Real
so
freaking
scary.
fast.
Stuff.
Well, and not to mention, not a single one of our platforms has more than 6 cylinders.
Yeah.
Or 3.8 liters.
Yeah, the 3800 is
Although
the
I did
biggest
put headers on our
displacement.
Camaro
Yeah.
the other week, and that was horrible on Steve's Camaro.
Yeah.
my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
Steve's got a V8.
Yeah, Steve's
Real
got the
boy.
biggest engine that we.
It sounds real good, and
It sounds
it-
amazing, man.
you
Oh
know
my
the
goodness.
girls.
I was
think
also
it's
getting
cool,
gapped
but-
hard by that on the way down. to
Yes,
Cleetus.
that certainly will gap my Camaro.
But I've got a lot of love for your Camaro. Anytime
Man,
you want to lend it,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
willing to
I'm
borrow
down
it.
whenever you want. It's a fun car.
It's a fun
I'm
car.
excited to get back on the road course because it's been since 2019. I didn't go at all last year because we were so focused on the Sonic, and
Yeah.
I bought
Yeah.
tires last year. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go.
you didn't even autocross it, did you?
Yeah, dude, if
Nothing.
you don't do it this year, I'm taking that thing, man.
Well, I got the tires in the basement, and my wife's yelling at me to get them out of there. So,
Good,
So you gotta
good,
use the
as she
tires.
should.
yep, I got some new Federals.
Talking of 2 liters, though, the ATS and the Camaro, they are also a short-term project for me. So we'll be getting a new rear section for those coming out in the next.
Some new exhausts on those.
Some new exhaust, some
we
sweet
got
billet
some
parts.
Kappa
stuff
parts.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, we just shipped one yesterday or the day before. Sydney, if you're listening, yours is on its way.
But yeah, we got intake, intercooler, some turbo
Charge
stuff we're
pipes,
working on,
yeah.
charge pipes. We're making some waves
Yeah.
this year, boys.
That'll all
Yeah,
come out
we-
pretty fast
We've got some
together.
exciting stuff coming for sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so Camaro's going on road course. What
Yep.
are you doing? Same setup?
Yeah, same setup. I
Same
mean,
setup?
It feels dialed from when I drove it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels fantastic.
yeah, it's great.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
The fuel gauge doesn't work.
apparently
That was problematic on the way down.
the fuel
Alex
gauge
is calling you out.
I'm sorry, dude.
the fuel gauge has stopped working on that car 3 times, and the only time it ever does is when you take it on a long road trip. And I don't. It's either purely coincidence or something about
That's interesting.
a length of time, but the first time it did it was going down its tail in 2018, and we're just cruising along, and and I look down, and I'm like, empty? No, what? We've only been on the road for like 40 minutes. And then, I shut the car off. It doesn't come back on. Shut the car off, and then finally it came back on, and I was at half tank. I'm like, that's weird. And then 20 miles later, it did it again. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'll just fill up when you guys fill up. And then it never did it again until the other day. Alex is like, yeah, what does the car need? I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it. And he's like, he calls me up an hour in. Mike, does this?
How much fuel does this use,
Yeah.
man? So I phoned Bo. I phoned Tim, and I was like, "How much gas you got right now? Because I'm riding empty. I need to pull over." He's like, "I think it might have an issue. You just call Tyler." I'm like, "I'm gonna call Tyler."
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah,
Oh
sometimes that
yeah, I
doesn't
forgot
work."
about that.
I was sending these
That's such
guys the screenshots at the fuel pump. I was like, God, I got 28 mpg. What do you guys get? Nobody cared.
No, we don't care about
But
that.
yeah, so Grid Life Street Class requires a stock turbo, so that's part of the reason I've never upgraded. Also, it's mid 300s wheel, and that's really
have
all
a
you need.
reliable LTG.
Instant
Yeah,
spool, yeah.
That's all you need
Literally
on the
have a
street.
reliable one.
So the Regal is out of the street class with it.
Yeah.
It's non-stock.
Yeah, you got to go
Yeah.
to unlimited, full arrow.
Shoot.
Let's see. So you're a different power adder than stock. Does it have a cam in it?
No.
Okay. There's no arrow, so you might be street mod.
Hmm.
Otherwise, track mod is big boy 305.R Hoosiers
It
like.
needs that to turn.
Yeah,
Screwed.
you might as well. Just go for it.
But yeah, so spring kickoff is June, first weekend of June. I won't win street class, but I think I should do all right this year.
Yeah.
Not with that
Hopefully,
attitude.
yeah, hopefully be near like 140. A couple years ago, 144 was my best. So
Have some fun.
So
burn
what's
some
the
rubber.
move? Do you just love street class, or do you plan on turning up the dial someday and
I just like I like a
just the
car that
sweet
I don't
spot?
have to worry about.
drive it every day
Yeah.
and race
It's
it?
very
and-
usable
Like,
power as well. It's
from-
not
yeah.
too crazy. You can just
No.
jump on it anywhere. And
Yeah,
you're
there's
good to
torque
go.
all the time, and I one of the best things is being able to on track weekends drive home, put my tools in the car, and then drive to Gingerman, and
Yep,
then drive
same
home.
tires,
Same
everything.
like everything. Just leave it on the car.
Yeah.
Take the jack out when you get there, and then just go drive it for all weekend, and it's a blast. So
That's what we were saying when we were down in Indy, how nice it was to drive the LT Camaro, 4 hours.
Yep.
Literally unload the slicks from the trunk.
Yeah.
Bolt them on the car, run 11s.
put
or
it back.
12s. I don't remember.
No, he ran
11.9.
he.
You ran 11.9.
Yep.
I thought he ran like 11.5. I don't know.
The Sonic went faster than the
Yeah,
Camaro.
the Sonic did go faster than an
Oh,
LT.
yeah, it did.
You hear that,
Camaro.
Steve Hickman? But yeah, take the tires off, throw them in the trunk, drive home. Like that's a car right there.
That's a
And it sounds amazing.
And it sounds
the
amazing.
whole time.
Oh, Brad's trying to diagnose your problem there, Tyler. Don't know if you got any codes when it happens.
no codes.
No. Sorry. Thanks for the tip, though.
Yeah, it just gas gauge stops working and then it comes back eventually.
Yeah.
Ashley, ZZP to the moon. Nice.
Yeah.
If you're still listening, come on up here. Give us your bit from Cleetus. Ashley was there also, so
Yep.
we'll give her the
speaking of
2-minute
to the
delay.
moon.
ZZP to the moon.
We got
Maybe do
anything?
some
No,
pistons.
Dogecoin isn't doing anything at the moment, but we'll see.
Maybe if you shout it out in the podcast.
Yeah, it won't
you
be
might.
quite like Elon shouting it out, but
Might bump it a little bit.
Anybody have questions that's listening?
Yeah, let us know some questions. We
Yeah,
want
what
to
do
hear
we
what you
got?
guys are up to.
Oh, if you want to put in another shameless plug, I can't speak for the other platforms, but ZZP's podcast is officially live on Spotify.
Ooh,
let's
that's
go.
right. We're real podcast boys now. So
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
we did have these headphones last time I did it.
I know we got headphones. We got upgraded tables.
yeah, we got
We're
a
not
better
using
table.
an old dresser anymore. And we're on Spotify, Apple
Yep.
Podcast, Google Podcast. So ZZP Power Hour. Look
Yeah.
it up there.
And
You don't have to listen to YouTube and stuff. You can just cruise on the highway and
be sure to check out the Cleetus and Cars recap video after the podcast.
Yep.
Dropping.
yeah, that's going right when this ends at 5.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
We'll
that.
go up.
We're gonna have our full recap, so you guys can see that there.
See the Sonic doing some dooning and some burnouts and whatnot.
Yep.
We loved meeting the fans, like meeting customers, meeting people who are interested in our cars. That was a whole
Yeah, that's
bunch
always
of fun.
that's always cool.
Yeah, please know you can always roll over and rock up to wherever we're hanging. We love meeting people.
Oh yeah, we're nice guys.
Yeah.
we like to chat. We like
Even
to
at
talk.
the campground, we had people come
Oh,
over
yeah.
to our area.
That was cool.
Yep.
That's always neat.
Yeah, there was quite a few people that have heard of ZZP, which was super awesome.
Yeah, the one dude said he had a V Sport, and then the other guy, he just commented on YouTube the other day. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was the guy who my dad was rushing me, and I wanted to hang out."
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah, his whole family's leaving.
Yeah.
This
And-
RV like in front of the camper.
Yeah.
Kid hops out. He's like, "Hey guys,"
I just want to say hi.
and then he's
I gotta
just
go.
like, "I don't know what to do with my hands." He's like, "But my dad needs me to go." We're like, "Here's some stickers, buddy."
Adam, what's Tyler drinking? LaCroix.
Adam, get out of here. It's the friggin' Natter days.
There was a few of those drunk last
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah,
night,
there
too.
was a couple of those.
Thoughts
Trev
on
also won the
Dance contest.
he won the dance contest,
Oh.
and
some of you
did
guys were
something
there
I've
and you
never
saw
seen,
it.
but I've never seen a man do before. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, but you can feel free to share if you want to.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to go into all the details, but Bo also got to teach me how to drive stick.
Oh yes, I
yeah,
wanted
that
to
was
know that.
fantastic. Eric, you gotta come round for this, dude. Let the people see your face.
So Eric's first time driving. On the way down, we're in the Cadillac ATS, and it's a 6-speed.
And it's the worst clutch that anyone has ever driven in entirety.
Horsepower.
Yeah,
And I've driven 125 horsepower.
500 horsepower manual Cadillac, and I'm like, Eric, you know how to drive a manual? He's like, Nah. If you mentioned you maybe tried it once, and
Long time.
Yeah.
I used the HHR out back because we had to move it, and I stalled it.
oh yeah, he talked about trying to move Rowdy the HHR. And
It's
then
not Rowdy anymore. We blame Tim Beek.
Yeah.
He unrouted Rowdy.
Yeah, he unrouted
did, in
Rowdy.
fact, although that ZFR that came off of it was whooped.
Yo,
Yeah.
That thing was
But
bad.
saying you have a shop car, HHR with like 470 or whatever it had,
Yeah.
like, that's pretty freaking cool. Now it barely even spins the tires. What the hell, Tim?
Yeah. So we're driving down, and Eric's like, "No, I don't know how to drive a manual." So instantly, I'm like, "All right, we're gonna get Eric driving this weekend."
Yep.
This
And
is a good Chris.
The opportunity presented itself. I'm like, "Eric, get in, buddy," and he was like, "All right," and he did great. He made 3 stops and right turns, and got us back to the campground safely.
There was no lifting on the way back.
He didn't
He
do
was
any
no
lift.
There was no lifting on the way back.
Like, I don't know what you guys talking about. It's so easy to drive those.
Yeah, he did great.
You don't need to use all 3 pedals. You only need 2.
You only need 2.
Well,
You don't need to lift one leg up whilst you're doing another leg as
Yeah.
Well, I told him, I'm like, it's just like a lady. You just gotta know how to.
Just know how to treat her.
The great back and forth of you being very like, it's all right, just ease it, and I'm like, fuck this car. Why isn't this? It should just go.
Well, with really any manual vehicle, if you lift the clutch pedal ever so gently, you don't have to touch anything.
Yeah, you
It'll
can just
start-
feel
it'll
it.
start
Yeah.
creeping. It'll start
If you
moving.
feel that engagement point, I mean, and once you learn that, you're golden. But
I feel like because Erica's been asking to drive stick for a long time, and the couple times we've went out and I've asked her, and she's like, "Oh no, not today." When she does, that's gonna be her. She'll be like, "Why doesn't it just go?"
yes, yes. Sarah's tried many times too. Another reason why to sell the Saturn, she just can't do it. But it's because she'll get going, but then her hand has to do this, and her foot has to do that, and then this foot has to lift, and it's like just she can't. She's not very ambidextrous. or something.
Yeah.
The only time Corinne has done stick shift was in the UK. So right-hand drive.
Yep.
She's doing it with her left. And dude, we were kangarooing from every freaking side. Pull over. We're
That's like a
swapping.
thing over there. Like, you have to know standard, right?
So with the license over there, if you pass your test in an automatic car, you can only drive an automatic. You can't drive a stick.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. You can literally have a thing. It's so degrading on your license. It says automatic only. And no one wants that. So you have to pass and stick. Then you can drive.
I do like that about Europe. Everything is manual over there.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's like the flip opposite, where majority
Yeah.
here are auto.
because
Yeah.
Americans are lazy.
Yep.
Kate knew manual when I met her, but the weirdest thing when we started hanging out was she double clutched everywhere all the time. So we'd be driving around,
In
she's
the Echo?
double clutched in the Echo, and I was like, "What are you doing? Why is your feet moving so much?"
Trev, why don't you tell us a story about your first date, man?
We didn't hear that enough times.
I haven't heard it.
It's a great
How
story.
did you not hear it?
Kate was mad because she told it so many times last weekend.
It's a great story.
It is a pretty good
The
story.
It is a good
ZZP
story.
people need to
Is
know.
this a ZZP podcast
it's-
rated story?
It's not ZZP enough.
Oh.
That was back in the Railier days. Railier and the Echo.
Yeah,
Yep.
the first Echo.
Yeah.
The first
The
one
first
is the key,
Echo, yep.
key right there.
Will Kish.
Yobo, we're on the 3800 aluminum head, so
Yeah, there was a couple guys asking for that actually.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you.
I think Jonathan was asking.
Okay.
Did we sell the 4 sets of aluminum heads already?
So all the aluminum heads that we have left are spoken for. I'm not sure, William Kish, if you are on the list. I'd have to double check it. Waiting on some machine work.
If you've been
and-
talking with Ryan, I think Bill is.
Okay,
But yeah, Dunzo.
that sounds right.
Sorry, guys.
You know what? I'll put a note on my desk and do some following up on that on Monday for the aluminum 3800 guys.
You want to know it right now?
Waiting on machine work.
Watch this.
There's also
Aluminum?
someone, Ryan's asking about HHR
Heads.
intakes. Hopefully, they're on the list.
Yeah,
They're on the list.
I know they were a little farther out, but
Yeah.
it's
Got my note.
it's so tough right now to prioritize what
Yeah.
is more important because we're so busy.
Everything is important.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, let's prioritize. All right, everything's up here.
Well, and the aluminum head deal was kind of a fluke because we were
Yeah,
we
we
were
didn't
done with
even
them.
know.
Are we out? Yeah, we were out of them, or
We were out of them
and then we were done with them.
decided that it was no longer going to be a thing. And then we're cleaning out the warehouse one day, and I was like, "Oh, here's this pallet of aluminum
I'm
heads."
Which is
surprised you didn't
basically
steal 'em.
which
It's
is
like,
basically
blowing.
gold. Yeah, it's
But they weren't quite finished up, and so we're working on, getting valves in them and finishing everything up so that they're available.
yeah. So if you somehow over the years have never put your aluminum heads on your 3800, just set them aside.
Those are going to be worth
Yeah.
a lot of
They're-
money
they'll
real
be worth
soon.
a lot of money
They are.
real soon.
Brad was asking about LTG angle mods. Go on Ryan's Instagram page and tell him to drift the ATS.
Oh, dude, that'd
I've
be
been
so
begging him.
sweet.
The 15th, the sky's going out there. We just need a couple of ZZP
Yeah,
cars.
you're pretty close. You got some tires in today.
Yep, I got tires in yesterday.
The
Got tires in
hydro's all
today.
done.
We're ready to go.
Bill's
got
number
the
3.
This dude.
seat
alright,
bracket
perfect.
ready. Seats going in tonight. Harnesses. So
Nice.
And I think the other Sky is running today too.
Yeah,
Or it's just being
Tim's-
finished
New
right now.
clutch.
Tim's just got the new
New
clutch, new
clutch.
master, and the trans is back in it.
Does the clutch feel as awful as the last one?
No, I think
Ah.
it's way better.
Well, we got a
Sweet.
Willwood adjustable,
We're going
Master on
rip.
it.
Oh, okay.
So that was the key.
hopefully.
Oh, not tested yet.
They're probably doing it right now.
Sweet.
Joey was finishing up some stuff. We were chasing down some miscellaneous fittings today, and yeah, they should be running.
So the Kappas are out.
Yeah,
again.
it'll be really nice to have that car back up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
We're
be
gonna
racing
hit the
with me.
Kappa platform hard this year,
Mhm.
for sure.
10 years late, but it's all right.
Harder
there.
harder than when we've ever hit the Kappa
Yeah,
platform.
I know.
Yeah.
We've had a few exhausts trickling out, but we
Yep.
wanna.
Yep, that's another thing that's just we're so busy, guys, that priorities are just all over the place. And when it's a smaller platform, it's kind of on the back burner.
Yeah, it kinda
so we
sucks,
can
but
get you guys the stuff you need. So,
Especially, yeah, like Ecotec and all that.
yep. Use on intakes.
Oh, Tim Beek said it's effing sweet now.
That's great,
Oh,
Tim.
That's
sounds
great
like you
because-
tested it.
The last clutch
Oh, great.
setup was about as bad as it could get. It
Yeah.
was pretty rough.
I never
It
drove
was
drove
horrible.
Oh, it was
man,
horrible.
it was horrible. I did a autocross event at Grattan, and no fun, man.
Tim Sky is like, I don't know a word to describe it other than just vicious. The suspension is like rock solid.
It doesn't move.
No,
The
it
seats
doesn't.
have no cushion in them.
Tim's
The
like-
clutch is horrifying. It's just like, what is
We're
this
up here
car?
tearing it apart, and he's like, "Ah."
Tim can drive it though. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
Tim can drive it.
Yeah.
I'll be very interested to see who goes faster at Gingerman in June.
You versus Tim?
Yeah, me and Tim. We'll see.
Ooh.
I
You
have
hear that, Tim?
I have been faster than him, but that he
Also
did
in
a
a
second.
Honda.
Yeah, he was in an S2000, which
Yeah,
is
but
NA.
Yeah.
Now he's got a little bit of power.
He's got a
so-
little power now. He just needs some tires and.
Well, we got the tires, some old used tires mounted
Oh
up
yeah,
on
he's
his
got
wheels.
his 71Rs.
Keep them rolling, so.
way better
On
than those
the
rally cross.
NQs.
Oh
tires.
god.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Yes.
NT
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
03Ms.
Yep.
Those
Yeah.
wheels are so nice.
Those wheels are sweet.
Yeah, they're baller.
They're gonna make that car look sweet.
Oh, that was a knock.
Podcast foul. Podcast foul.
But
But
we
hey,
got,
we're almost there. We got 3 minutes, and then we'll do rapid fire questions. So I guess I'll let you guys know right now. Start rapid fire questions. We'll
Yeah.
do
Yep.
5-minute overtime. We'll answer as many
Uh,
questions as we can.
Weekend plans, go, Tyler.
going
Cool.
to see moms.
Yes, Mother's Day.
Yep,
Don't forget
Mother's
to.
Day. Shout out to the moms because we love them. We're going to.
Wouldn't be here without him.
It's not Mother's Day in the UK.
What?
Well, this is the official calendar that we have here.
Don't go by that.
yeah, so going to see my mom on Saturday, and then we're going down to see Erica's mom on Sunday.
Oh,
And then
nice.
we'll be back.
That's great.
Yep.
All sorts of moms.
What about you, Trev? Where are you going?
I'm doing mom stuff too. Both sides of the families.
Good.
And also race prep. Got to work on the Sky a bit, and also the Xterra.
Ooh,
Putting
okay.
some trailer brakes on it just to be safe.
That'd be a good
So-
idea.
Yes, I needed some trailer brakes on my Jeep. I towed it in my Saturn behind my 99 Cherokee. 80 miles an hour down the highway, singing along. Looks, all of them. But it actually did great. But I actually posted on the Cherokee forum, like, hey, tow pig on Monday,
Yeah.
trail rig on Sunday.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that's so dangerous.
What are you doing this weekend, Bo?
Going home tonight, some dirt track races, buttoning up the fuel system on the Regal.
Taking the Jeep out to those dirt
See-
track races?
Yep. We don't drive anything out there besides the Jeep. That's the only thing that gets dirt on it or around it. And then, see both the mothers. And when I say both the mothers, I basically have two mothers because I've been with my girlfriend for a very long time. And
Yep. Yeah, you guys have been together, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
So
Wow.
go see her mom and then go see my mama. And
Happy Mother's Day to all
Yeah.
the
have good
mothers.
food, drink some
All the mothers watching
I'm
out
sure
there.
there's a lot of
All the
mothers
mothers out
watching.
there, yeah.
But if you are there, happy Mother's Day. What about you, Alex? What you got going this weekend?
For me, it's my birthday on Monday.
Whoa,
It's a really
whoa.
sucky
You 30?
day. Dude, last year of the 20s, 29. So
Big
the
boy.
wifey's treating me on Saturday.
Nice.
And then we'll be
Nice.
celebrating her mother on Sunday.
All right.
And then the Bald Eagle, the transmission,
Bald
is
Eagle's
going to be
cool.
making its way back to.
that's great.
So-
What a
I mean-
birthday present.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You get to fire that thing up, romp around town.
I mean, I run it without the transmit all the time. My poor neighbors. But
Pre-runner invasion's next weekend at Silver Lake. You going to go show them boys up?
those horrible lift blocks in the back. No, definitely not.
Yeah, does that thing ride like a bag of dicks, or
Yeah.
have you even
I
driven
mean,
it?
I've only driven it home from here, so.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, we need to get a ZZP Silver Lake trip planned.
Yeah.
You got something. You got something. I got something. You can ride with somebody.
Yeah.
Tim's got something.
Yeah.
Steve's got something.
Maybe
Ashley's
maybe
got
we'll
stuff.
let all you guys know too, because ZZP does go off road.
Yeah.
We do.
I don't have anything taller
I
than
kind
an
of want
HHR,
to
so
develop some off-road parts, but
Eric, what are you doing this weekend? We'll get into questions right after that.
Going up to the in-laws family cabin,
ooh, nice.
officially open it for the season. So it's not going to be actual vacation. We're
Yeah,
just
you're
gonna
putting that
be
dock in.
Getting our asses kicked.
Yeah.
Putting
Yep.
the dock in.
That's the
Putting out
worst
all
part
the
of a
crap.
cabin.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold up there because it's like way up towards the top of Michigan.
Yep.
Eek.
But you know,
That's why your friends have cabins, because then you don't have
You
to
don't have
do
to do
that
any
stuff.
of the work. You
I
just,
got
yep.
married into it, so I have no choice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, shout out Al's birthday was yesterday.
Yep.
Happy birthday,
happy
Al.
birthday, Al.
Big boy's 33.
All right.
He's so slim now.
I know he's
BT
I'm always worried
GT
about him.
intake manifold. Does it have all 4 coolant passages in the head flowing? Don't know what that means, but Bo?
Oh, is
It
that a
sounds-
3800 thing?
yeah,
sounds
big
like
turbo
it.
GT, Matt's car.
Absolutely not. No
There you go.
coolant through our intake manifold. Well, I mean the lower, but if you're talking about like throttle body related stuff, no.
No, you don't need that.
Any news
not-
on ported throttle body for Chevy Cruze?
Nope, still on the list. It's just on the list.
Also,
Moving on.
cruise people.
Yeah.
We got a downpipe that is.
Oh yeah.
We just
Yeah.
finished the
Yeah,
R&D miles. We just got.
Gen
Where's
2
that?
guys.
got
Yeah.
freaking over 2,000 miles on that sucker.
You
Yeah.
guys call, email, Facebook, Instagram us
We're
every
hearing
day.
you. We're hearing you. The Gen,
Gen
2.
2
We're not
Cruise.
ignoring you.
Gen 2 Cruise
got the
R&D
downpipe
has
going.
started.
Yeah, the
First-
downpipes, the prototypes made.
Yep.
The miles are on it.
Yeah.
Just got a
So
few
that's
more
gonna go
details
to-
to sort out. and
That'll
yeah.
go to production, and then I think we're gonna work on a couple more parts.
Yeah, I think we should do a cold air intake.
I think so too.
Yep.
We
Downpipe. We'll see
seem
how it
to get a lot of
responds.
people. Hey, Alfred, what's happening? I saw him there at the bottom there.
Parts Panda.
Yeah, Parts Panda. But yeah, no, larger throttle body for the Cruise will come. It's just a matter of when.
Yep.
Don't think that's your restriction right now.
Yeah. It's a nice supporting mod, but don't worry about that. Get a V3 and E85 and
That'll blow
Tune.
through that
Yeah.
storm
Charge
hole, no
pipes.
problems.
yeah. Get that
Intercooler.
before that.
Wow, tough crowd, guys. Nobody has any more questions?
Yeah, apparently.
Making our jobs easy.
I guess we'll just...
Jeff, we did not get the prototype in for the sauce yet, but it should be here next week, I hope.
Prototype sauce?
Prototype sauce.
Some
If
super
you-
sauce.
If you know, you know.
Nobody knows. But yeah, stay tuned next week. Let us know what you guys want to hear. So we're just getting back into it after being gone for a weekend. So give us a break to get back on the horse. But
Yeah.
thanks, guys, for coming up.
Thanks for having us.
Everyone have a good weekend. Happy Mother's Day.
Take her easy, breezy.
Cover girl.
See you guys.
See ya.
Peace out.
Has 4 cooler patches, 2 per head, and yes, lower or just the 2 like Fev.
Oh, sorry, his comment confused me.
Yeah. That's all the numbers.
Are we offline?